City Connection. We are in the heart of Old Town at the Kenneth Penhale City of Helena Museum with Mr. Kenneth Penhale. Thank you for being with us here today. And I don't know that everybody knows that we have a museum in the City Hall. I know everybody drives by and sees all the cool stuff out on the road, but there's a lot more stuff inside here. So how did this museum come to be?
Well, this was Masonic Lodge until 2009. They combined with Alabaster and built a new building down below Alabaster.
Okay.
So my brother was mayor at the time. He purchased the building for the city and asked me to set up a museum for the city. I guess I've been part of the ones that set up the county museum in Columbiana, so I guess he figured I had the experience to do it. So
Yeah. The Penhales have been around Helena a long time, right?
yeah, we first came here in 1875.
Oh, wow. So all these items in here, where do they all come from?
There are just about 99% Helena.
Okay. There's some old families here. I know the Davison, the Jenkins, the Roys, lots of other families. Lees. So have all those people donated some items from there?
Most of them, yeah.
Okay. Well, I know that there's racetrack stuff in here. What's the coolest thing in this building?
I guess we have some of the early Lee memorabilia, which covers the Roys and a lot of them. So.
Okay. Well, so Helena is named after a lady.
Helen Lee.
Right.
She was a daughter of Needham Lee, which is one of the first settlers here. Helen, the name came about, her name was Helen. The road engineer for the railroad construction was named Peter Boyle. And
right.
When they were building the railroad through here in 1863, he met and fell in love with Miss Lee. So in her honor, he named the station Helena.
Okay.
So, of course, that was this part of town here. Out where Publix is, and that area was known as Hillsboro. So after the Civil War, when things started rebuilding, everything sort of centered around the railroad. So the post office moved down here and it took up the name Helena.
Okay. So back in the day, down in the city, what were all these storefronts that are down here now? What were the big things? What were these?
Well, there were grocery stores, there were cleaners, drugstores, just kind of dry goods, barbershops, a little bit of everything down here.
And was there a hotel or anything?
Yes, there were two hotels now. They burned early on. There was a big fire here in '96. It burned.
1896.
1896. Sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah. It burnt two hotels, some stores, some restaurants. Burnt the Davidson homes and.
Neat.
So it burned.
Well, and then there was also a big tornado here. I guess you have photos and all of that in the museum.
Yeah, we have photographs behind us on the other side. It was May 5th, 1933, about 4 in the morning. It was, I guess by today's standard, it'd be about an F5, and
wow.
with no warning, pretty well wiped the town out. It was about all that was left is from Main Street back over to 3rd Street, down in this section. From here back on, just about to Publix was wiped out.
Okay, and so I saw the memorabilia for the racetrack. Tell us a little bit about, most people probably didn't even know there was.
Yeah, the racetrack, it started in around 56 or 57, just by a bunch of kids who wanted a place to race. They went over to Mr. Wade's cornfield and started racing, and eventually Mr. Wade did build a track for him, and it sort of developed from there. And it was NHAR sanctioned. It was a quarter-mile track and ran up until about 67. It was one of the major tracks in the southeast.
So how is the museum funded?
Donations. The city owns the building, owns the museum. They pay the utilities, but anything that I need to do otherwise is done by donations. Now, if I need something to build an exhibit, city pays for that. But other than that, just donations.
Okay, so if somebody wanted to, they could go through the city and make a donation through the museum?
No, they make it to the museum.
Okay, and what are the hours of the museum?
Saturday, I'm here from 10 to 3. Sunday afternoons, 1 to 4. Or by appointment during the week. I make appointments during the week. But,
Okay, that'd be great for organizations and
yeah,
groups to come.
There's not enough traffic to keep it open during the week, but I try to accommodate anybody that wants to set up an appointment.
Okay. Well, as you can see, there's lots to see at the museum. So stop by and see Mr. Penhale and let him show you around.